And roaming the sideline for tonight's game, our Allie LaForce. And a one-game homestand for Atlanta as the Hawks will try to recharge their batteries on their home court. This, of course, their first chance to take a look at this year's Toronto squad. Guys, they came out on top of the season series matchup a season ago, taking 2 of the 3 away from them.
Yeah, and they took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
People have said, Greg, he is a system unto himself. In fact, he said it about himself. James Harden's ability, GA, to break down defenses remains in rarefied air.
And even as he's lost a step now, his supreme skill level ensures he remains a threat on a nightly basis.
And now, Allie LaForce says something for us from the sideline.
I briefly spoke with Quinn Snyder. This many years into the game, and the Kyrie challenge is still puzzling. Coach said we'd actually prefer to see him shoot. At least our feet could be more set outside to contest. People forget how good of a shooter Kyrie can be. He continued and said, and threes are so hard to compete against, we want to try and limit those first. Back to you.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. Pass to Jokic. In the corner, it's Oubre. 6 to shoot. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for Toronto. And so just over a minute and a half played. Toronto working the ball around now. Oubre inside. Jokic a screen. In the corner, it's Oubre. Second chance shot. Kicks it out to Johnson. Back to Jokic. Over Allen. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over.
Back to Irving. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
So smooth on the mid-range. Kyrie dialed in.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Down low. Oubre on the wing. And there's the drive. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Oubre. So here we are, Greg, looking at this roster of the Raptors. What is the path to contention?
Well, perhaps an opening in the East for them to make a move. Going from good to great, it's tougher and will require them to develop or acquire some superstar talent. And no shortage of agility for Bailey. He just leaps up to the rim.
Now, here is Harden. Over to the left wing. Jokic with the bucket. Jokic has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Boy, that one was not easy. Every once in a while, you just make a tough shot.
They set the screen. Pass to Allen. And it's Thibault in the corner. Outside Irving. Driving in. That shot is off target. That makes him 2 for 3. On the wing, Harden takes a 3. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. Inside. Here's Bailey. And finished off by Bailey.
Oh, how about the dime? You love that unselfishness.
And there's a minute 45 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Jokic. To the middle. And it's Irving with the rebound. Raptors leading by 3. Allen, right side. And slam dunk by Allen.
Oh, when Jared Allen gets near the basket, you just know he's going to finish with authority.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Atlanta again missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Here's Irving. Allen in the post. And Allen with the slam.
Nice creativity from the big man, Jared Allen. You've got moves upon moves.
Harden right side. Pass to Jokic. Stolen by Allen. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Irving with a clean look. Atlanta with the rebound.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Jokic with the bucket. Jokic has got his third basket of the night right there.
He's so skilled on the interior. Jokic plays with so much force and leverage down low.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Toronto ahead. They're up by 5. 2K Sports back. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. What do you guys think about the Raptors here in this one?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
And he drives in. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Carter missing. The Hawks trailed by 5. To the inside. And then Carter with the jam.
It doesn't get any easier than that, guys. Carter Jr. gets the position he wants and goes to town.
Pass to McBride. That's in there. Carter with the assist. McBride's got himself on the board with 3 there. Well, you often hear that the skill level in the league has never been higher, Greg, and some say this is the peak of the game. What do you think?
And I'll tell you this, Kevin. I'm not complaining. If the league can improve upon this, the sky's really the limit.
No one near him. And again, it's Toronto converting.
With his skill from the mid-range area, that's money.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. To the paint. It's stolen by Shepherd. There's the 3. McBride on the wing. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Hendricks. Still without a basket. Another shot. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
And the dunk by Bamba.
Boy, you better keep the 7-footer Mo Bamba away from the cup. What an easy finish.
In GA, the Hawks going young, trying to build a sustainable model for success.
And most of the starters not yet scratching their prime, so there's going to be some growing pains, but they're showing plenty of promise.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks a lot, guys. Raptors coach Darko Rajakovic explained what he's looking for on the offensive end. He said, quote, it's unselfishness, ball and body movement, playing together and making each other better. Also, you have to be able to adjust. Basketball is not set in stone. If it was, it would be a recipe. Back to you, Kevin.
Yeah, you got to roll with the bunches. Thank you, Allie. Can't get the bucket from 20 feet out.
And some people harp on his lack of height, but his size doesn't hurt him at all when it comes to rebounding.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Jones for 3. Atlanta with the rebound. Right wing. Stolen by Bamba. 4-on-3 break. Here's McBride. Raptors moving the ball around. Carter down low. No scoring in this one. On the basket by Jones.
Boy, defensively, you deserve to get torched from deep. If you leave him that open, my goodness.
Here's Shepard. No good on the three. Raptors leading by 8. McBride on the wing. Banked in off the glass. McBride's got 7 points for the quarter.
Boy, a very quiet start, but it looks like he's starting to find a little something out there.
Outside Thomas. Three-pointer. And Jones pulls it down.
Listen, things aren't going his way right now, but listen, you just keep going. Keep working at it.
It's deflected. It's stolen by Carter. And Jones pulls it down. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for Toronto. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Pass to Thomas. Carter with the screen. Off the run. And that's good off the glass that time.
Boy, that's a big-time effort play by Wendell Carter Jr. This guy gives you everything he's got.
Carter outside. Here's McBride. In by Jones. Driving inside.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. And we finished one half of basketball. Toronto ahead as they end the second quarter with a massive 16-7 run. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And Derek White picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Outside Irving. Outside George. Clock at 6. Pass to Allen. And it's Allen slamming it down.
Well, why settle for the layup when you can finish with authority? Mr. Allen on the dunk.
Well, one thing the fans have come to expect from Jared Allen, Doris, some acrobatic finishes.
What's amazing, Kevin, is you might be looking at the rim, and there is no Jared Allen in your vicinity, and then a second later he's flying by and finishing. He's got great instincts.
And on the way from Irving for 3.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Jokic inside. Over Allen. And again, it's Atlanta.
Smooth like butter. Jokic can make you pay from anywhere.
Pass to Bailey. A shake. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Bailey's got 6 points.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Here's Harden. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Next up on the docket, the Bucks following this one. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Here's Irving. An easy 2 points on the layup. Irving's got the lead up to 14 now for the Raptors.
Well, solid work from Kyrie right there. This guy never fears going against bigger players. His shot making too good.
From deep, Jokic. They grab their own miss. Lets the 3 fly. And Jokic is good on the 3.
This guy's been great, no doubt about it, but it hasn't been enough to get them where they want to be.
Irving from long range. It's hauled in by Jokic.
Boy, they've done a good job overcoming his offensive struggles. He's got to be very thankful for his teammates.
That cuts the lead to single digits. He's got 13.
Capable of being a very potent scorer, Jokic certainly has looked focused so far in this one.
With some arc, Irving's shot is good.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Harden's shot is off. Raptors leading by 11. Takes the three. Again, Irving missing.
Boy, this guy was able to connect from deep in the first half. Hasn't found the range since.
GA now in year 3 under Darko Rajakovic. The Raptors are staying the course.
Yeah, his contract runs through next season, and he's all in on developing these young players and getting the best out of them.
Irving from long range. To the right side.
2 minutes.
Here's Bailey. And finished off by Bailey.
A good team play there to get Bailey free, and then he quickly gets what he wanted.
Harden outside. Over Thibault. Rebound by the Raptors.
Boy, this has not been his night. The effort's certainly there, but he looks disjointed.
Bailey misses.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Back to Irving. And another basket for Toronto.
Excellent setup. The pre-shot preparation, getting into that catch-and-shoot game. We see it, Kyrie.
Pass to Jokic. Johnson the screen. Now, here's Jokic. Over Bailey. The Hawks again can't hit.
No one near him on that one, and I'm not sure why he felt like he needed to fade away.
Here's Johnson. Tries to save it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Thomas outside. Carter pulls it in. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Out to the right wing. Pass to Jones. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he banks in the layup. Jones has got his second basket of the night.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And so it's Toronto. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've had such great... And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And Atlanta has possession, down by 15. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Outside for Thomas. From the arc. Thomas with another miss.
Boy, this is the story of the night for this guy. He's taken a lot of questionable shots.
And it's Thibault in the corner. A three-pointer is right on target. Thibault's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Now Shepard. Outside Thomas. There's the triple. And Bamba pulls it down. Raptors leading by 18. Carter with the 3. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Shepard with the ball. Over Carter. The Hawks again can't hit.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up.
Shot clock at 6. Outside, Jones. That 3 off the mark.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Pass to Thibault. Launches a 3. That's in, coming off an assist from Jones. Thibault's got a pair of 3s here in the fourth quarter for the Raptors. It's stolen by Carter. Greg, one thing that doesn't show up in the box score, and maybe should, screen assists. They're a big part of the game.
Without question. I mean, the art of setting a great screen, I think, is underappreciated. Giving those guys their just due with the screen assist on a made bucket is, I'm fine with that.
Pass to Bamba. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Oh, great ball movement there.
They've been looking out of sorts in the last few possessions.
And this is when you need to be patient. Find a high percentage shot and have some floor balance.
Near the three-point line, it's Thomas. And he's back in business as a jumper finally drops for him.
This guy is such a determined young player. Cam Thomas overcomes the contest.
Pass to McBride. Back to Carter. Fires the 3. Carter pulls it in. Here's the Hawks with the ball. Thomas deciding where to go with it. Bamba with the block.
That is a combination of length and defensive instinct. Send it back, Mo Bamba.
And here's Carter. Kicks it out to Jones. Atlanta with the rebound. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to Williams. Here's Hendricks. Here's Shepard. Outside Thomas. Fires the 3. Kept alive. It's Thomas on the wing. The 3. And Bamba pulls it down.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Jones. It's hauled in by Thomas. And so Thomas will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Toronto.
And the big difference here was accuracy from three-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, it really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Kyrie Irving.
Boy, forget about his stats for a second, right? What impressed me most was his stamina. It seemed like he was involved in every play. And with that kind of activity, I don't know how you don't wear down.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismissed.